Hi everyone, it's Melissa here coming out with another pick a card. This one's going to be on what do your friends really think of you. Guys, we can have friends and they can have their opinions of us. They just won't tell us, okay? So this one could be, a little brutal. I hope, you're going to be able to, handle it. Um, so just, take it with a grain of salt if it doesn't resonate. But if it does, just know that, I'm not a sugar coder tarot reader, okay? So, a couple of things, I do offer channel memberships. Everything will be in the description box regarding, my services. I do private readings as well. Please check the description box. It's very informative there, okay? Another thing, please, if there's anything that resonates about this video or you like anything that I'm saying, please give me a like. That's all I ask for. It takes a lot for me to do these videos, and, just the validity and, your response, your comments. It brings me a lot of joy, and commenting can also get you entered into, I do a little, contest every month where I give away a free 10-minute reading. So that can get you entered, okay? So without further ado, let me know. Please feel free to pause the video or we will get started right away. Sorry for the delay, guys. I'm getting a bunch of text messages. So please feel free to pause the video, but if not, let's get right into it, okay? Let's start with pile one. Pile one. Okay, so this one's quite interesting to me because we have two women, but those two women are you, okay, dear? Whoever's watching this, you come across to them as a person who can be nurturing, but then and friendly and caring, but then all of a sudden switch up to the Queen of Swords. So I feel like with them, like their kind of feelings from you, it's like I never know who I'm getting. Now, just a little disclaimer, with whatever I tell you here, I'm not saying in any way to change, okay? People always like to write me and say, well, I'm not changing. No one's telling you to change, okay? I'm just saying you're coming across as two people to your friends. Someone who is, as sweet as honey, and then someone who's, as brutal as a bulldozer, okay? But it's almost like I'm getting the sense where it's like I don't know who I'm going to get, this time when they're, maybe either calling you or meeting up with you. You might have a crazy life, where, there's like stuff going on, it happens, okay? They think, okay, so I feel like the Seven of Swords here and this Judgment card is very much, from the Queen of Swords energy, okay? So they have this feeling that they don't fully trust you. They don't fully trust you. They think you're judgmental. They think that, at any moment she can kind of just, I don't know, spaz out on me. She can, I don't hear from her for days. So there's something with the friendship where it's like, it's not like a consistent flow where it's like, okay, you see what you see is what you get. You have maybe different layers to you. Now, I know what this is. I've had friends like this before. They're not consistent in their approach, their emotions. So I understand, okay? I understand this completely. Now, Five of Cups, the Death card, and the Magician. Okay, this I feel like is something different. This right here is something here. Okay. The Queen of Swords is that woman, okay? Her energy, like the energy of this lady, this Queen of Swords, she will cut you. She will cut you if you say something that, rubs her the wrong way. You might not know about it, but she will cut you. So they have this opinion of you that it's like you don't tolerate any nonsense, okay? And it's like, people are just being, snipped out of your life, okay? And see, like, you see how, like, this is, like, kind of like that breakup card, and it's like we have someone who's kind of like look at the girl in the front, like how she's this always makes me laugh. You see how she's just kind of like living her life, and that guy in the back is, you know, just like, what the hell happened, you know? But this is a friendship read, so let's turn this into friendship. So you leave people in the dust, okay? You leave people behind in the dust. They know about this. You're telling them about this. You know, I can't stand this person anymore. I don't want to talk to them anymore. It's over, you know? So they're aware of your restrictions, okay? And I feel like with that, you know, that's just natural. When you're kind of know somebody, or you're friends with somebody, or you're dating someone, and you know that they don't have this kind of like bullshit meter, that would make you nervous in yourself. It forces you to come correct, okay? So this is kind of how they feel. Now, with the Magician, this is interesting to me. This is very interesting to me, because it says to me that I feel like it's tied in again with that trust. You might be doing things to maybe other people that they see, and that kind of makes them feel like, well, how would she behave in that situation if it, you know, was me? So I feel like maybe these are people that you are cutting out of your life, and maybe you're kind of giving them a taste of their own medicine, or you're kind of doing something like pretty ruthless back to them, okay? And, you know, you go and tell your friends. Your friends are like hearing about this, and they're like, wow, okay, like I would not want to piss her off again, you know? And you know what? Actually, the more that I'm reading this pile is the more that I actually respect this kind of character, because, you know, it's our society who has made us feel like being like this is, you know, rude and selfish, but why is it, you know? Because we have boundaries, you know? Like I love the Queen of Swords, I really do. I don't feel like, you know, you should be, you know, tolerating anything and everything from anybody out there. You know, we should have limits, we should have boundaries, because then it's like, how do we get the respect? You know what I mean? But you are an equal balance of these two women, so I feel like you're doing pretty good, you know? And, you know, your friendship is actually very much desired, okay? Because you are represented by the Empress. So when someone is in your good book, you really treat them well. You really do. You are there for them. You'll listen to them. You know, if they're sick, you'll bring them soup. I don't know. You know what I mean? So this Queen of Swords energy and everything I mentioned over here, it's more just with your boundaries, okay? Now, I feel like the revenge, I feel like you are a little bit revengeful, and I feel like you could probably maybe work on that if you wanted my advice. I'm not saying you have to take it, because, you know, you really don't have to do anything in this life. You know, when people wrong you, it will come to them. It will come to them in some other way. You might never ever know about it, like what happened, but these people will usually get what's coming to them, okay? So you don't really have to work that hard, okay? But other than that, this is kind of what I'm picking up from, you know, this pile. But I would say, you know, your friendships, you know, they really do, you know, treasure you, because, I mean, like, look at this. You know, this might be a little side message, but, you know, there might be some people or someone you've cut out of your life recently, and they're very much, you know, missing you. They know it's over. You know, with that death card, it's like once you cut people, that's it. There's no, like, you know, after a month calling back and saying, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I won't do it again. You know, you really, with that death card, are really cutting people out for good. So there might be someone that you've done this to recently, and they're missing you. They really are missing you. That's just a note. That's just a little side note. I'm not saying to reach out. Just because someone is missing you does not mean you need to reach out. So something tells me that this person belongs exactly where they are, and it's nowhere near you, okay? So pile one, amazing. Let me know what you thought. Pile two. What do your friends really think about you? Little disclaimer, guys. I'm not saying in any way that anyone should be changing themselves. So please do not take my reading that way, okay? So we have the Two of Cups card to begin with. I mean, that is for me, as a, like, you know, every reader is different, but for me, that is the friendship card. So your friendships, you might have a lot of long-term ones, And they really do appreciate you. They really do. They can't imagine not being friends with you. It's almost like you're oh my God, excuse me, indoctrinated into their life. I don't even know if that's the proper statement I just used, but you're kind of like a person who it's like they can't see, you know, the rest of their life without, okay? And that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. But there are some difficult things here, okay? So they do have their opinions of you. You know, they might have shared it with you. I don't know. Some people will do that. Some people won't, okay? So we have this man standing on this card on the Seven of Wands. I mean, he's like, you know, standing there with his back against the wall. All those daggers are pointed at him. I'm interpreting this because we're talking about an opinion that they feel like A, you're your own worst enemy, and B, you kind of do a little bit of the pity party dance, okay? So I don't know if you are a type of friend who, if something happens in your life, you'll kind of call your friends right away. Some people think that's what friendship is. Other people might not, okay? It doesn't mean that anything is wrong with you. But like for me personally, I feel like way too grown. So I wouldn't want my friends to be calling me if something happened, just because I feel like you can kind of handle it on your own. You know, like all the answers we have are within ourselves. So they might find that this is a little bit of annoying, okay? You might be a person who has a lot of situations happening and you're constantly getting hurt. Now, they might feel like overburdened with, you know, you kind of voicing this to them, okay? So I'm getting that type of energy. Now, the Devil card here, it tells me it's a little obsessive. You might not think it's obsessive. I might not think it's obsessive. It's just obsessive to these people, okay? In the sense that it's like you're doing this too much, okay? We do actually have some good cards here. I didn't really realize that till I kind of, because I always read left to right. I realize that now actually when I'm going this way. So that's pretty much the only kind of bad thing. But I'm going to tell you something. Because we have the Two of Cups here, it tells me that these friends, even though they're annoyed by this, they will gladly do this for the rest of their life. Like I said in the beginning, you mean a lot to them, okay? They know you've had to be really strong, okay? They know you've had to be really strong in your life. You know, please don't ever underestimate this Strength card. This Strength card is serious, okay? This is not just like, you know, be strong, you know. No, this is deep, okay? And, you know, you've went through something, or you've had to go through something that is, you know, really traumatic, okay, in the sense that you kind of like are trying to find yourself, and you've had a lot of patience with this, because the Temperance card to me is always like that patient card, and they're trying to help you through it, okay? So you might come across as a little bit of like work, okay? You know what do they call those things? Oh, high maintenance friendships. You know, high maintenance friendships where you kind of have to coddle and give the advice. But like I said, they'll happily do it, okay? So I feel like with this pile, it's not too serious. You know, you are valued, you are loved, you know, like I said, they see you as a friend, you know, like they would not want to even think about their life without you, okay? But at the same time, they feel a little overburdened with what you go through in your life, because I think it's like a situation where you're telling them, or, you know, you're going out to coffee and it's being discussed. I feel like there's some sense of them thinking like that you're being too hard on yourself with all of this. Like I said, you know, we have this card here. And I feel like, you know, whoever's watching this and it's resonating, because not everybody who picks this pile, it's going to resonate. Remember, this is a general reading, okay? You kind of know this. You know this. They've told you, you know, like just breathe, you know, take it easy. You'll be fine, you know, stop overreacting. You know, you're going to be fine. You'll make it through. I feel like you somewhat know, okay? I'm just trying to see if I can pick up anything else, because like I told you, this one was very straightforward to me and there wasn't too much. I don't know. I feel like with this pile, these friendships that you've had are like long term. I don't feel like I'm sensing a person here who is, going through friends like Tic Tacs. I feel like your friendships have been for a while. And, I just want you to know, I don't even feel like this is a side message because I feel like they tell you they really love you a lot. They really do. I mean, look at this card. This is the most beautiful card to get, if we're talking about friendship. If you watch a lot of my videos, I always talk about this card. This card to me is friendship, okay? So your friends, they're with you to the end. They just kind of want to kind of help you, but, that saying is coming to my head again. You can't make the horse drink the water. So even though they want to kind of fix all your problems, it has to be you, okay? And you're going through something right now. Maybe you've been going through it for a while. You will find yourself. You will find yourself. You do not actually need to talk to these friends about this. You will be fine, okay? You're kind of almost coming into your own, okay? And it's a transformation, and, it takes time. It's not like it's something that can happen overnight, okay? So that's all I have for pile 2. Let me know what you thought, guys. Pile 3. What do your friends really think about you? Oh, I always sing when I get this one, but, I think people are starting to get a little annoyed. But anytime I see the High Priestess, I always sing that song. You know what that is. Got a black magic woman. Got a black magic woman. Okay, enough. So pile 3, this is actually a pile, I'm sensing already before I even get into the read. This is a lot of jealousy, okay? A lot of jealousy. And, before I actually talk to, little disclaimer, in no way, shape, or form am I telling anybody to change through this reading, okay? So we have the High Priestess with the moon. You are very different from your friends. And you know why I feel that is because you haven't found your tribe. So you have friends, but they're not like you. I have friends. They're not like me at all, okay? When you are like this, which I'll get into in a moment, it's not that easy to find people like you, okay? You're psychic, you're intuitive, you are, spiritual. You talk about the cosmos, you talk about aliens, you talk about all kinds of things, things that are not like, mundane or, normal, okay? So you really have some interests that to them are a little bit bizarre. I wouldn't say that they are kind of hating on it or anything like that. It's just they don't really know what to do with that. They find it interesting, but I feel like when you're explaining yourself and you're talking about these things, you kind of don't get that kind of energy back where it's like they can contribute to anything because they're not like you, okay? Interesting, we have the King of Cups here. So, your friends think you are a magnet for men, a magnet, and whatever. If you're a man watching this, a magnet for woman, okay? You're very sexy. You're very beautiful. They kind of look at you like there's like zero effort that you're putting out there to attract anybody. And while they're doing everything and anything to attract someone. And it's kind of annoying because they're just like, I'm hearing this phrase like, why does she get all the good looking ones? And it's like, she's not even doing anything. She's not even putting in like zero effort I'm talking about here, okay? It's your energy. It's your mystique. It's your mysteriousness, Let me tell you, when you have that in life, that is the best thing to have, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I have that. People are attracted to my energy. They're attracted to me. I put in zero effort, okay? And I'm not saying that you don't put in zero effort, but when it came to dating and stuff, before I met my husband, I never put in effort, okay? I never did. Now, Wheel of Fortune and Nine of Cups, like this is really beyond. I'm actually flabbergasted right now by this reading because we have so much here. You are looked at as very lucky. You might get opportunities in your life like with no effort again. And again, there's like that zero effort coming in. You might always have something to talk about, like, hey, I was just here and this person gave me the advice to go here, or, this person knows about, a job opportunity here and, you know, they hooked me up. It's like you always are talking about something that you're doing, and it's mainly coming from opportunities that are coming out of thin air, okay? So this is kind of like, you know, I don't know yet. I don't know yet with this read if, you know, these friendships are feeling jealous about this. I just feel like this is what they're feeling, and it's something that they're feeling about you and that they know about you, but I don't know necessarily. Actually, I want to take it back. I don't necessarily know that these people are jealous, okay? They might be, but I'm going to go ahead and say that not everybody would be jealous of this. There are some good people out there who kind of look at other people as inspirations, okay? And wanting to be like them, okay? So again, we have the Prince of Cups. There's a lot of, you know, people after you, okay? I mean, men, yes. We have 2 men here, you know, in the pile. But, you know, this one, yes, okay, you know, we talked about, you know, men. But this is like, you know, because he's on the horse, you have a lot of gentleman callers after you. And, you know, your friends know about this because you talk about it to them, you know. Oh, that guy is trying to call me again. Oh, what does he want? While they might be not even be able to get a date, okay? So it's interesting to them. This I love. This I love. So you have a lot of passion within you that they might not have either, okay? So when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your, you know, wanting to make something happen, you have the will. You have the will, you have the way, you have the desire. You also have the stuff to, you know, stick it through to the end, okay? It's amazing. It's amazing. It's quite amazing. This is actually a fully loaded pile here. Your friends might actually feel like they want to be you. They wish they could be you. They wish they could take your great qualities and, you know, kind of have them themselves. Now, I don't necessarily say that I'm not saying that in like a jealous way, but there are people out there that we would love to emulate, okay? And you are one. You're so interesting, you know. You're actually like a top-notch friend, like valuable, you know, someone that you wouldn't come across, you know, every day. So I feel like there is an element of these friends feeling very lucky to have you, but at the same time, there could be a little competitiveness only because, you know, what you attract. This is a lot. Like I said, this is a fully loaded pile. You're attracting a lot of stuff. You're attracting, you know, lovers. You're attracting opportunities. You're interesting. You're attracting. And it could be all because you're practicing law of attraction. You know, being spiritual in itself has its advantages. And one of them is, you know, everything always working out for you. When you're spiritual and you have that faith in the universe, you will find that like everything always works out for you because you have that faith that the universe has your back, okay? And they might not be there yet, okay? But teach them it, which I think you are already, you know? I think you're doing that. You don't strike me as someone who would want to keep all of this, you know, good stuff to yourself, okay? So pile 3, like this was actually really like interesting. Let me know what you thought, okay? And keep doing what you're doing. Keep it, because you're gonna go places. You already are going places. Thank you for watching. Pile 4. What do your friends really think about you? Now, little disclaimer, guys, I'm not telling anyone to change. I have to always put that out there because people seem to think when I'm reading, I'm telling someone to change. I am not, okay? This is interesting. I'm not gonna lie though, this is very driven by career. Now, you might be a person who knows how to kind of plant that seed and watch it bloom. You might have the wherewithal to plant the seed and watch your efforts grow. You know, a lot of people underestimate that kind of stuff because I have known so many people who do not have the ability to stick things through, or they give up right before it's about to happen, or when things get too tough, they back out. That is not you. You are a self-made lady. You are a self-made lady, and okay, I'm getting really much that you're kind of idolized by your friends. You are looked up to, okay? This actually there's nothing actually bad here. Now that I'm really looking at all the cards, there's nothing bad. You are idolized. You are looked up to. You are a friend that is very valuable. Very good to know. You might have contacts, you know, by knowing you, these people can get certain things. I don't know what that is. That's just what I'm feeling, okay? Now, with the Tower card here and the Ace of Swords, your drive is impeccable. Like it's I can't even use the words to explain. Okay, your drive might be so serious. I wish I could come up with a better word than that, because this is serious, okay? That they might feel like sometimes it's kind of your whole life. You know, this would represent messages to me. I feel like, and then we have the money here. So I feel like, you know, you have friends who are maybe might be a little more needier than you and kind of want to be around you and see you. But because of this, you know, driving force you have in your career, it's like the money comes before the messages. So, you know, you might be a hard person to reach. You might be a person who's like, you know, breaking plans because you have to kind of stay at the office, or you have to do this, or you have to work. It's almost like they can't really get to you. And I'm going to put this in a little bit more of a plainer terms so that everybody can kind of understand this. This could be as simple as, you know, you have friends who maybe work one job, and maybe you have two jobs, or maybe you are trying to make some kind of thing happen, like a project, and you're putting all of your life force into that, and you just don't have the time to hang out, okay? I would urge you to continue to do this, because hanging out is great and everything, but, you know, making it in life and having that security, and especially in these times, you know, if you watch my videos, I talk about getting on that passive income. It's very important, okay? So this drive of yours, you continue to do this, because you will be actually quite successful. You have so much money cards here. It's unreal. And this is actually one of my favorite cards to get. Like this lady, she's just self-made. She's happy. Like, not only is she like self-made, she's happy. Look at her. She's not one of those, you know, career women who are, you know, really upset or anything like that. You know, she's content. You know, that's very important, because sometimes you get these career women who are just so miserable. All that stars in the trees, you know, represent all the money in her account. You know, nobody can tell her anything. She's independent, okay? And you know, your friends might not have the same outlook in life. Your friends might be at a different stage in their life. They might want to just, you know, go to the club, or, you know, stay out all night. And that's just not where you're at, okay? So with pile 4, it's not really much here. But I will say though, you are idolized. Now, you know, you need to understand something. You know, people will not always tell you this, okay? But I'm here to tell you this. So if you kind of are sitting there watching this and saying like, I don't know, they never told me that, people will not tell you that. But your work ethic and your drive in life, they wish they had half of it, okay? Pile 4, let me know what you thought. Amazing pile, keep it up. Pile 5. What do your friends secretly think about you? So guys, little disclaimer, in no way, shape, or form am I telling anyone to change, okay? I just have to say that. People always think I'm telling them to change when I'm doing my readings. I am not. So interesting here, you know, you've actually, okay, so your friends that you have, I feel like this is another pile. I think it was pile 3. This is long-term friends. You've had friends for these same friends for a while now, okay? This is not like someone who's going through friends like Tic Tacs, okay? You might have been a friend who has changed over time. You know, you're kind of, that's why we have the 6 of Swords here. You're kind of going into a new way of thinking because it's surrounded by the Star and the Hermit. I'm getting the sense of someone who was one way and is kind of now changing their ways. in the sense of what they believe. So, you know, you might have went through something that's kind of forced you to, you know, become more spiritual, or kind of open your mind or change your thoughts or your belief system. And they're seeing that. They're very much seeing that. They're seeing your growth, okay? And, you know, it makes them happy. I don't get that, you know, it's that situation where a friend is like, oh, who the hell are you now? I don't know you. Why are you acting like this? No, I feel like this is good. They love it. And it's interesting because I feel like they wish they could do it, but they can't. They can't. Not yet, maybe, okay? But you are serving as an inspiration for them, which I love. Just as an example in itself. You're the example, okay? Amazing. Really amazing. And, you know, little side note, I know I can't physically give you a tap on the back, but this is amazing. And I want you to know that doing this is actually a part of your path, and you are going towards happiness, peace, because I don't feel like you've had that, okay? Now you might have, okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles here. This is basically the home card, you know, the family card. You know, and then look, we have the children next to it. So, you know, you might be a mother, okay? You might be someone who has a great family life or is surrounded by a lot of family, you know, and it's like part of you, you know, with the Sun card here, it's a part of your life, okay? So that could just be like a random little side note, but you come with things, you have children, you have a family, and they think your family is actually quite beautiful. Now, you know, this could go even to, you know, your parents, your, you know, siblings, you know, just the whole unit in itself. Being supportive of what I mean. Like, you know, not everybody is blessed with that, okay? So you might have that support system and they're just like, wow, this is amazing, you know? Your whole life is turning around. Very strange. I'm getting a vibe here, you know? I know this is not what this, I know what this pile is not what this is about. I know it's about the friendships, but your whole life is changing. I don't know why I'm feeling like this. I have not done this for any other pile, but I feel like I need to draw more cards. Pile 5, you know, their whole life is changing at this point, you know? And, you know, what can, you know, this work they've done on themselves bring them? Ooh, this is cool. Okay, so this is just like one of many things, okay? But you could have some news in work, okay? Something you've been worried about. I don't know if you've been worried about money, but money is on its way. And, you know, this could be as, you know, simple as, you know, you get a job or your business picks up. News, maybe there's clients coming for you, okay? Just know that whatever you're doing, you're on the right path. And it might be very difficult right now, but nothing that ever comes really that easy, okay? Spirituality takes time, but you're tapping into it, you're manifesting, and you're working on yourself. That's what's the most important. So you're very much an inspiration to your friends, okay? Pile 5, pretty amazing. Let me know what you thought, okay? Have a great day.